as it fitfully blows, half conceals, half discloses.
How it catches the gleam of the morning's first beam.
In full glory reflected, now shines on the stream. 'Tis the star-spangled banner, oh, long may it wave. O'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave. Oh, be it ever when freemen shall stand between their loved homes, and while war's desolation, blessed with victory and peace, may the hand-rescued land praise above that hath made and preserved us a nation. They conquer with us when our cause is done, and is the arm of the King. God is our trust, and the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave. On the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
We are going to start the ceremony. Not only are we here as a remembrance of our brethren that have fallen or missing in Vietnam, we are here to remember those brave men and women that went ashore during D-Day of June 6, 1944. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to honor all this nation's fallen warriors. Remember them. Specifically, we are here to honor our comrades who remain missing in the jungles of Southeast Asia. Comrades from the once highly classified Military Assistance Command Vietnam Studies and Observation Group, SOAR, and units in direct support of those missions. Most will never come home because they were lost on missions that didn't happen, in places we didn't go, from a unit that didn't exist, and from which all records have been destroyed. They remain missing, but they will not be forgotten. They were the eyes and ears of the White House and the upper levels of command in Vietnam. Operating without regard for borders and deep in enemy-controlled territory, they were always outnumbered and outgunned. Their very presence tied up unnumbered enemy assets and saved untold American and Allied lives. In addition, they brought death and destruction to the enemy in their own sanctuaries. Called the men with painted faces, they also paid a high price, reportedly suffering a casualty rate in excess of 110%. Official records report 414 dead or missing. 10 teams disappeared without a trace, and another 14 were overrun and annihilated. At the end of the war, 183 U.S. team members were left behind. In the years since, 75 members have been recovered and returned home. We gather to remember the 108 who remain missing and unaccounted for. Excuse me. We also want to remember those who were lost in direct support of that mission, of those missions. These numbers are as accurate as we have, but due to the classification of the missions, the complexity of assigned and attached personnel rotations, and poor record keeping, the actual number is known to God. I draw your attention to the wreath. In addition to the flowers and banner, you will see several additional white ribbons. Each one bears a message from one of the riders or guests as a personal remembrance of an individual they chose to honor. Gentlemen, please place the wreath. We will now honor our missing by reading their name and date they were declared missing. As each name is read, a single flower will be carried forward and placed at the wreath. The last flower will be placed for those that are unnamed in official records. In doing so, we not only want to remember our missing comrades, but honor the families and loved ones that were left behind. Please begin reading the names.
John R. Adams, 9 November 67. John S. Albert II, 13 December 68. Samuel Alvarez died, 12 July 67. John W. Armstrong, 9 November 67. Robert L. Baldwin, 31 March 67. Bruce R. Baxter, 9 November 67. Bruce A. Berg, 7 August 71. George P. Berg, 18 February 71. Bruce C. Besser, 13 May 69.
But time keeps us apart.
Klaus Y. Bingham, 10 May 71. James D. Burcham, 15 November 67.
Is there a sign I should know? Is there
Timothy
a
R. Bowman, 4 June
road
67.
I could follow to bring you back home?
Charles F. Cookout, 4 July 70.
Winter lies before me. Now
Domingo
you're
R. Borja,
so
21 February 67.
in the darkness of my
Ralph
dreaming,
W. Bauer,
the light of you will stay. If I could be
William Boyle, 28 February
close
70.
beside you, if I could be where you are, if I could reach out and
saw her from a distance as she walked up to
Johnny
the
C.
wall.
Callahan, Calhoun.
In her
27
hand
March,
she held
68.
some flowers as her tears began to fall. And she took out pen and paper as to trace her memories. She looked up to heaven. The words she said were these. She said, Lord, my boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And though I'd love to see him just one more time, you see, all I have are the memories and the moments to recall. So Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall? She said he really missed the family and being home on Christmas Day, and he died for God and country in a place so far away. I remember just a little boy playing war since he was 3. Lord, this time I know he's not coming home to me. She said, Lord, my boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And though I'd love to see him, but I know it just can't be. So I thank you for my memories and the moments to recall. But Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall? Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall?
Michael F. Dean, 30 June, 70. Walter E. Dempsey Jr., 18 February, 71. Glover, 19 February 68. George C. Green Jr., 4 December 70. Stephen P. Hansen, 4 June 67. David H. Holmes, 15 March 66. Robert E. Holton, 29 January 69. Charles G. Houston. Ernest C. Jameson, 24 April 69. Ronald Janowski, 9 August 69. Gary L. Johnson, 18 February 71. James E. Jones, 3 October 66. 9 August. James E. Kenny, 22 December 69. Glenn D. McElroy, 15 March 66. David I. Lister, 29 January 71. Robert D. Owen, 23 May 68. Samuel J. Andy, 10 April 68. Norman Payne, 19 December 68.
When
Dale
I
A.
am
Peters,
down
17
and
May
oh my
71.
soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence
John H. Robertson,
until
20
you
May
come
68.
and sit a while
William
with
F.
me.
Sanders, 30.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Ronald E. One final carnation to remember the air crews missing but not listed due to the high classification of the mission.
You raise me up to more than I can be.
In a show of respect, I ask all non-military personnel to remove their hats and place their hands over their hearts. Veterans and members of the military, attention! Present, order! 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 At ease. Please join me now in a moment of reflection and silent prayer. Amen. SOA riders, I would like to propose a toast. It was written by Captain Michael Donnell just days before he and his crew from the 170th Assault Helicopter Company, along with the team, were lost on a mission on 24 March 1970. They have all been returned with official identification of remains made public in June of 2001. If you are able, save them a place inside of you and save one backward glance when you are leaving for the places they can no longer go. Be not ashamed to say you love them, though you may or may not have always. Take what they have left and what they have taught you with their dying and keep it with your own. And in that time, when men decide and feel safe to call the war insane, take one moment to embrace those gentle heroes you left behind. Gentlemen, raise your glasses to those that have gone before us. May they rest in peace. Boom! This concludes our ceremony. Thank you all for coming, and on behalf of the Special Operations Association riders, thank you for attending today and for the hospitality extending during our visit. May God bless you all, and God bless America. That's all right.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today.
'Cause this flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea.
From Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA,
Where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
I don't know if there's anybody here today who doesn't thrill to the sound of those blades. That familiar whop, whop, whop is the soundtrack of our war, the lullaby of our younger days. To someone who spent his time in Nam with the grunts, I've got to tell you that noise was always a great comfort. It meant someone was coming to help. Someone was coming to get our wounded. Someone was coming to bring us water and ammo. Someone was coming to take our dead brothers home. And eventually, someone was coming to give us a ride out of hell. Even today, when I hear it, I stop, catch my breath, and think back to those days. I love you guys as only an infantryman can. No matter how bad things were, if we called, you came. Down through the green tracers and other visible signs of a real bad day, off to a real bad start. To us, you seemed beyond brave and fearless, that you would come to us in the middle of battle in those flimsy, thin-skinned crates, and in the storm of fire, you would sit up there behind that thin plexiglass, seeming so patient and so calm and so vulnerable, waiting for the offloading and the onloading. We thought you were God's own lunatics, and we loved you. Still do. We're the fortunate ones. We survived when so many better men gave up their precious lives for us. We owe them a sacred debt to live each day to its fullest. What they're saying when you listen hard enough is this: we're at peace, and so should you be, and so should you be.